So after his long-awaited return to Formula 1, Daniel Ricciardo finally had his first race week since joining AlphaTauri this weekend at the Hungarian. Now, how good was it? I think it was pretty good, but let's look more into it in this video. So first of all, getting rid of practice because of the different fuel loads and just like the different tyres the teams are all using, some teams sandbag and all that. It's just pointless really trying to look at that to see a driver's performance. Starting off in qualifying, Q1 he did well, I think, managing to get out of Q1 and doing better than Yuki, which is kind of what he needs to do to prove himself, because in a car that bad you need to be doing better than your teammate, which he did, and he out-qualified a Mercedes as well in Q1, even though it was only just through to Q2. In Q2, again, he actually did quite good, because I was fully expecting a P15, but he actually got P13, out-qualifying Gasly and Stroll. So I think qualifying very good considering the car he's in is the worst on the grid, and out-qualifying a Mercedes and Alpine and an Aston Martin and his teammate is a very, very good start. Now, the race didn't get off to the best start when Zhao decided to drive like a donkey who just done a load of acid, going into the back of Ricciardo after an atrocious start. Really had a terrible race today, Zhao. So that was not a good start in the slightest. That led to the crash and then both Alpines going out. Luckily, Ricciardo didn't retire, but he was at the back, and the first stint was just that really, just stuck behind at the back behind Logan Sargent. So not a great first stint, I don't think. Never really got close enough to overtake him, and then slowly started dropping off. And then everyone started pitting, so he got up to P8, and then he pitted, but the overcut which they started off doing was bad this weekend, and he ended up dropping down into dead last again and almost 4 seconds behind Logan Sargent. He did okay with the hard tyres. After his pit, he got up to about a second behind Sargent before they pitted again, and that is where his race came together. After doing his second pit and going on to the mediums, he lasted the rest of the race on mediums. This was like 40 laps on the mediums, which is ridiculous, and he was quick the whole time, going from P18 dead last up to P13, overtaking his teammate again, overtaking Zhao, who crashed into him. It was a very, very good stint from Ricciardo on the mediums, and considering he ended up pretty close to Bottas on worse tyres at that point, was really good. I think if it wasn't for the start incident and maybe a bit of a different strategy on the first stint, they could have genuinely been in contention for points. Ricciardo's pace was really good this weekend. So yeah, his race went really well, I think. Beating his teammate, which is the main goal, is good. And the fact in his first week driving, he's out-qualified his teammate and beat him in the race. Now, you can look at Yuki's race and the fact he had the poor pit stop, which that is true, but Ricciardo was also crashed into on the first lap. Neither of them exactly had luck on their side, but I think the race today proved that Ricciardo, he's still a good driver. Like, all the people that are just saying he's washed and don't want to do well, they're just saying that for attention. He's not washed. Like, he didn't do great in McLaren, but it was the environment he's in. He's obviously in a good environment now, and that has shown this weekend with an incredible performance. Well, okay, that might be a bit of a stretch. Incredible. It wasn't a world beater of a performance, but it was good. It was a good start, and it's something they can build on from here. Like, if that's his first weekend in the car, when he managed to develop it and gets more comfortable, then there's definitely potential points finishes there. And the decision has really, really proven that he was the right choice to bring into the team. He's already started off on a better foot than I think De Vries is on, because De Vries was clearly lacking in confidence in that car, and his best result was a P12, but I'm pretty confident Ricciardo will end up doing or getting a better result than that, because I can see Ricciardo picking up some points for AlphaTauri down the line, because he just looks pretty good in it. There's nothing else to say. He looks good in that car. So I think this is a sign of good things to come for Ricciardo. I really hope this isn't just like a false dawn or something. I really want him to do well, and I think he can do, like, especially after the summer break. That'll be when he truly starts to shine, I believe. But I think in Belgium again, he could easily beat Yuki, which is what he's really required to do in the team. To see how good he is still. Can he beat his teammate? That's the main thing in that car. But yeah, so a good race. I'd give his weekend like a 7.5 out of 10. Like, it wasn't perfect, but it was kind of out of his control. I think it not being perfect, but I think for his return, good race. Anyway, that is it for this video. Let me know how you think Ricciardo did as well. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.